Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, The Real Super Sam. Today is another comic book review and I hope you enjoy. Welcome to another hashtag Spider-Man Sundays. Doctor Octopus is one of my favorite Spider-Man villains. I personally think he is Spider-Man's greatest enemy. Doctor Octopus to me is who Peter Parker would be without Uncle Ben. I love Doc Ock. His arms make him a match for Spider-Man. Heck, he's fought Spider-Man more times than Green Goblin, I'd say. His intellect can rival some of the greatest also, and I love the idea that he can't fight to save his life without his mechanical arms. On the cover, it seems like Doc Ock is going to be such a threat, they hide him from the cover, and it is true. Not only is Spider-Man face his greatest challenge yet, but there's even a cameo from another superhero in here. It all starts with Spider-Man stopping a robbery and saying to himself that crime is too easy to stop and he wishes for a real challenge. This is the first time we see Spider-Man's spider signal. Personally, I don't really notice if he uses it or not. It's a cool addition to show people who he is or who stopped a crime. It also looks really cool when he fights in the dark with it. But be careful what you wish for, and we see the creation of one of the greatest comic book supervillains of all time, Doctor Octopus. Doctor Otto Octavius here is doing these experiments just for himself is what I get from this. He even says he will be the one to make radiation his servant. He has metal arms to work with because it's too dangerous. But during the experiment, something goes wrong, causing his metallic arms to be welded onto his body. It also turned him crazy and he takes over the hospital. He sees himself as invincible. Peter Parker hears that no one will be able to let into the hospital anymore to see Doctor Octopus and get pictures, so Pete heads over there and sees the truth about Doctor Octopus. Spider-Man jumps in and starts cracking jokes. He figures Doctor Octopus is going to be easier to stop than the robbers. But he is wrong, and Doctor Octopus throws him around like he's nothing. I mean, Doctor Octopus just slaps him. What a gangster. Spider-Man then thinks that even his power can't stop Doctor Octopus. He failed. He can't do anything against Doctor Ock, and so he gives up. We then see Doc Ock take over the atomic power plant. No one can stop him now. We see Pete tell Jameson he can't take any more Spider-Man photos of him. And the next day at school, none other than the Human Torch shows up to give a speech there. Everyone loves the Human Torch and is so excited to see him. I think that's great. The Human Torch isn't the most popular member of the Fantastic Four. Well, maybe to teenagers. But the Torch gets a bunch of fame for doing mostly nothing, and Spider-Man gets booed in question of his actions. Sure, it could be because Spidey wears a mask, but still. Why is the member of the infamous Fantastic Four here instead of Space or the Microverse? Because the Human Torch is here to stop Doctor Octopus. He just needs his flame to recharge. They need a real superhero to stop Doc Ock, because no one else can. It seems like now everyone's like, Spider-Man, who's that? He's not a superhero. Peter Parker gets inspired by the Torch's speech to go after Doc Ock again. This time Octavius has more of an advantage, but Spidey never gives up. Here's the first time Spidey calls Doctor Octopus to his face. Well, kind of. And eventually defeats him. Here, Spidey calls him the most dangerous villain he's ever faced. Even in their first confrontation, he doesn't know how right he is. So, Aki has his first time being a supervillain here, and he isn't in his classic yellow and green suit, but just a white hospital clothes. It makes Doctor Octopus more of a real opponent, and to me, even a bit more scary. Wait! Superman? What the? This is a moment people know about, and I find it very humorous. Geez, Doc Ock, if you don't know who you're fighting, you'll never get up to the ranks of Fantastic Four and Hulk level threats. I love how much of a threat Doctor Octopus is, so much that it may have been a Fantastic Four comic if Spider-Man didn't conquer his fear to stop Doc Ock. This is the first time a Spider-Man villain is treated like a supervillain, a villain who can only be stopped by someone with powers. It gives Doc Ock the respect he deserves. Also, the Torch, when he has a bit of an ego problem with the Fantastic Four, I feel like, when he can't wait to stop Doc Ock all by himself. I don't think that would have happened, and the Thing would have just had to come in and clobber Doc Ock to save him. For the first time, Spider-Man also does his cool slingshot move to jump over a place fast. Spider-Man gets beaten here for the first time, and it's like how it would be for everyone. He gets scared, and it really hits him hard. Reality strikes. As for Doctor Octopus, he isn't trying to be a super villain here. He just gets rid of Spider-Man. He doesn't want to defeat the hero or anything. He just throws him out the window. Spider-Man isn't worth his time. When Spider-Man returns, he uses the brains more than his strength, just like when he with the Vulture, and makes some chemical formula to attack Doc Ock. I love this, but even when it works, Doctor Octopus uses it to an advantage if he could. The story and the artwork are regularly like this now, which is an iconic now with high school Spider-Man, having everyone love the Human Torch and hate Peter Parker, but the Torch liking Spider-Man is a great contrast between a lot of things with Peter and his identity. This is a great issue, one of the best I've reviewed on this channel so far. Doctor Octopus is such a great villain. He has one of the best first appearances ever. I think it's better than the Parasites. So this issue obviously gets a 10 out of 10 for me. If you enjoyed, please consider subscribing, and please like, comment, and subscribe, and have a good day.